The national basketball team has already regrouped in Rwanda, Nyanzi, and the coach confirmed that he already has 9 players on the floor. They have had a couple of activities going on. It's only missing 3 players. We expect one to come in tomorrow, the captain as well, to join the team. What does it mean that they are regrouping way much earlier compared to the previous sessions where they had like 3 days?
Yeah, I think we just need to have a consistent, maybe a national team that regardless of when we are going to compete or regrouping for a camp, they need to, be more, how a country has a national team which even meets besides even in preparation of international tournaments or qualifications. And when you look at our squad today, we have about 6 locals, and these 6 locals we have, I think the biggest number is coming from City Oil,
Yes.
and the other one is coming from Raise Life.
You have one
which is
person
Edwin,
from Raise Life
and one person from
the Blazers.
from the Blazers.
Yes.
So when you look at things like that, I would suggest they need more time because it's very important for bonding and also understanding. Most of for this time that we are even having new players on the squad, and some of those players are not even local players, because you would excuse it in a way that if it's a local player, somehow these guys know and they've played with him before, and that's Edwin, and they've competed basically, I would say. But for the international players, we need them even much earlier.
For someone like that, talking about Edwin, someone that is getting his first national call, what does this mean for them? Probably.
We shouldn't expect very much from him, being a first timer. Yes, he has played on the under 18 national team, but things work out different. The bigger team and the U18 team, the dynamics, the competition is a bit different, and the kind of aggressiveness needed is totally different. But like from our previous videos and some of the people we recommended,
Yeah.
remember I mentioned Edwin, I mentioned Ngovi,
Yes,
I mentioned
Mark.
Arthur Wanyoto, and those, seeing one of our recommendations featuring on the national team, it's a good place. We don't have to put too much pressure on him. It's his first time on the national team, but he has been on the national team before, the U18. So let's, no, it's not even benefit of doubt. Let him go and do something for the country.
Yeah, surely. You understand that the National Basketball League had to close earlier this time round, and actually the assistant captain in
Dengel
yes, mentioned about it, that now they have pretty much more time compared to the previous meetup. What does that mean? And by the way, was it like strategic that the National Basketball League comes to an end a bit of earlier to allow some time?
Yeah, often we've been having challenges of running the calendar, the basketball calendar, that because of so many factors around. Because sometimes it's not intentional that they want the season to start late and end late. Sometimes it comes back to funding and other logistics in the country. A lot of things have been happening in our country here. So when you look at that the season ended early, it's a plus, and not just a plus for the national team, but a plus for the entire basketball community. That this is ending the season early is giving room for basketballers to regroup, personal workouts and stuff like that. Unlike the past years where you're ending the season in December and you're not December, okay, end of year basically, and after that immediately the projections for the next season have already kicked in. You get, and also in the kicking, the long delays of uncertainty happening. You get, so this time round, seeing that the season ended early, I would have expected more players locally going, so that we don't just have a roster of 12 players. Because remember, they are going to play 2 games back to back. Do we trust our roster of 12 guys? They will be able to recover after a game today and a game tomorrow, then rest one day, then have another game. You get, and these are not small teams. We're talking about Angola, one of the biggest basketball programs in Africa. We're talking about Mali. You get, they have big sizes. They are moving. One of their point guards was a contending MVP in the BAL. You get, we're having Egypt. Egypt has been having a very good basketball program too. You get, and this is the group we are in. And remember, the previous round, we lost all the games, and not with small margins. You get.
Looking at the fact that now they are in Rwanda, the coach in Mande Jerun said that they are going to have 2 friendly games. In
Actually,
fact,
three.
three,
Yeah.
yes, 2 with Rwanda
Yes.
and 1 with South Sudan,
Yes.
coming
Yes.
in on Wednesday, Friday, and I think
Yes.
Saturday or Sunday.
Yes.
What does that mean for them?
Yeah, those teams are very good, I would say, in regards to for a friendly. Remember, South Sudan right now they are leading in their group, and I think it's Group A. And besides them leading in their group, remember South Sudan beat US in the Olympic qualifiers. Not Olympic, it was a friendly towards Olympics.
Yes.
You get, and you saw what the Americans did to come back and beat South Sudan, of which still it wasn't a simple game, like you know how you're just going through the grass and stuff. So when you look at friendlies of that caliber, and also the basketball programs going on in Rwanda, looking at how they've been performing even in Bar, you get the kind of players they are grooming. I can strongly say those friendlies are going a big bonus to our preparation.
What would the coach be looking out for in the opportunity of the friendlies?
Yeah, you know, we are playing with very, very good teams. Our group has quite good teams, and when you look at these guys, most of them they're not even competing in the African, setting. They have a couple of players playing in the European League. You get, and for South Sudan, they have a couple of players not just in the US but also in the G League. You get, also participating. And remember, the season is off. In Europe, in the US, the season is off. You get, that means teams are not just going to bring their average teams, they are bringing their A game. You get, because we are talking about FIBA Africa World Cup qualifiers. You get, so when you look at situations like that, I would say having a friendly with South Sudan, it's a very good bonus for us, and also us being able to be there for the camp. It's a bonus for us, but I would love to see more of local players featuring on that squad. You
Oh,
get,
wow.
because it comes back to also the logistics, because the kind of logistics you need to bring in, let me say Mbogo, you bring in Opong, you bring in and there are guys who are coming in, and for the times they've been on the national team, trust you me, I've seen a lot of games, and they've really given us, good basketball, and I'll be glad if they came back again. But there are also players I would firmly tell you we had better. We would have taken better from the local league than those people who are coming, actually, I would say, like from abroad.
Now, just to give our viewers a heads up, we want to get this answer from Nyanzi. What could be his greatest disappointment on the roster? What could be the wrongest disappointment on the roster? But that you will answer much later. To get you onto this next question, which is an off question, from my imagination, I'm imagining, are there any pointers? Are there any specific kind of guidelines that should guide the local players onto what they need to do to get to the national team, or it is just something that is not out there for them?
Yeah, we've spoken about that a couple of times, and I would love to see the transparency. You get, because sometimes it's like a private, thing happening, and we are here wondering what's the criteria